In this session, we will learn about for each loop in details. This is module 2 part 4 of my lecture. I am Konkon Jana going to start this session. Now for variable in string that will be match for this statement. How many statements will be there to execute? Many number of statements that you like to execute can be embedded within this block. Now this for loop will execute like the for each loop in Unix shell programming. This is required specifically for character matching in string. Specifically required for character matching in string. What is required? This is for each loop. Why it is called for each loop? That means each character will be visited and will be retrieved for manipulation or execution purpose. What is the syntax of it? If you like to use it onto the Python, then this syntax you need to follow. Here for is the keyword, each is the variable. I am writing this variable name for better understanding, nothing else, and that will be in the string. That will be in the string. I am writing the string like that way. Okay. Now the loop header will be end with the colon. Already you know it. And the statement you like to execute need to include there. So this is the syntax of using the for each loop for string manipulation. Now I will start for each loop with example. Now I am writing the code. Suppose this is my example 1. What is about the example? First, this is our example 1. I like to print all characters of a string and its ASCII value. Okay, and its ASCII value. So this is our first example that will be solved using the for each loop. What is the purpose? First, a string will be inputted by the user, so you need to store this string onto the variable. S is the variable which will store a value. Okay, now declare the for each loop. Here C is the variable and that will be in the string S. Okay, that will be in the string S. Now what I have to do, I have to print all the characters. Character is this. I like to print the character, and between ASCII value and the character I like to make a tab slash backslash t. This is the tab, and ASCII value will be what? Using the format specifier %d, I like to print it. Now you need to print the value of the character, that is the C, one by one, and the ASCII value of the character. Which functions will be used? Which function will be used? Which one? CHR or ORD function? Which function will be used to get the ASCII value of any character? Yes, this is ORD function, correct? That is ORD function. And how it will be used? ORD is the function, within that the character you need to pass. This is the C. Here C is the character, so I will use ORD function, and the character C will be passed within this function. So this is about the code to print character one by one in each line. A string contain the characters, and that will be printed in each line one by one. Okay, so now execute this program. Enter a string. Python 3.8.3. This is my. Now you can see the character is P and the ASCII value is 80. So these all are the character, and you have printed the corresponding ASCII value. Which character is this? This is white space. This is white space. And the ASCII value of white space is here 32. Okay. So this is our example. Again, just I am executing. Just to show, very simple. Capital A, B, C, D, B. Okay. Now so the character is A and the ASCII value is 65. But for small a, the ASCII value is 97. Okay. Capital A 65, capital B 66, capital C 67, capital D 68, small a 97, small b 98. Okay, just remind it, it will be used later for many type of programming problem solution. Now go for the next example, so it will be better understood by you, and we need to solve many type of problem. Now this is our example 2. Print number of characters in a string. Print number of characters in a string. Suppose what is required? Suppose in a Word documents you are writing a text or paragraph, and paragraph is limited within 200 character. More than 200 character cannot be accepted by your program. So for this type of validation, you need to generate this type of logic using Python. So code it. What will be the code? Similarly, s is the variable here, and it will input the value from the user. Now declare another variable, the name is count, which will store the value that the number of execution take place, and it will help us to count the number of string. Very simple example. What you have to write there? Count plus equals to 1. What does it mean actually? You know what does it mean? This is mean count equals to count plus 1. This is a operator that will be actually expressed in that way. Okay, so how many times it will be executed? Till the string is exist. At the end of the string, if you reach at the end of the string, then it will be terminated. So in that case, just I will count the number of characters within this string. Now simply print it. Number of characters. Number of characters, and it will be integer, and I like to append it. Already I have stored it onto the count variable using some logic. So this is this is the code to count the number of characters in a string. Now enter a value A B C D, space is there, E F G. So 4 plus 1 plus 3, that is 7 character will be. 4, white space 1, 5 and 3, that is 8 character will be there. So this is about the program. Okay, one by one we will go for the harder problem. Many example I will explain, so it will be very better for you to understand, and these all are the very basic example, and it will help you to start from this for each session, and it will help you to solve the harder problem also. Now this is our next example. Already I have counted the number of characters. Now what you have to do? Now print number of character in a string excluding white space. Excluding white space. Okay. So white space you need to exclude it. This is our code, previous code. In this code already I have counted the number of character in a string. Now what I have to do? I need to exclude the white space value. Okay. So when I like to count it when it is not white space. So simply here what I have to do? I have to include a code such that it will not be white space. That is, if it is not sees the character, if it is not equals to the white space, then I will count it. Okay, then I will count it. So number of character excluding white space. Okay, number of character excluding white space. Now run this one. These others code are similar. Okay, now run this one. What I have to do? I need to execute this code. Okay, equals to 1. Within this block I have to write down. Within the if block I have to write down. Okay. Okay. I am writing A B C space D E space D F G. So there are 3 character, 1 white space, again 2 character, 1 white space, and the last character. So there are 3 and 3, that is 6 characters will be there. So white space is excluded. White space also a character. So in the previous example it was 8 and my input was A B C D and white space after that E F G. Okay, clear? So this is very simple example to include. Now what we have seen there, the if statement is nested within the for. If statement is nested within the for. And next we are going harder problem subsequently, and the next example that I like to quote for you, to reverse to reverse a string. That means if the string is this, so outputted value will be this. Okay, this is the string inputted by the user and the outputted value is this. Now how to reverse the string? Now first take the value from the user. Now enter a string. Now I have declared a variable of type string which does not contain any value. No space, nothing. That is a null value will be there. Okay, a null value will be there. After that the logic I need to execute. What I like to do actually, in reverse way I have to append the character one by one. How it will be done? C is the variable and that will be in the string s. This is my variable I have declared, and I like to assign the value ref, and I like to append the character C. Now just read this code. So what will be there? Suppose you have entered the value A, B, C, D. Okay. Now A will be contained by the C, and first it will be appended with the previous value, that is the null value, and first time it will be the value of A. Next B will be appended. Next C and D. So what will be the output? The value you enter will be the output value. But if I get it in reverse order, just after executing this one I will explain it. Now print the string first. This is the string you need to print, and in the next line print the reverse string in the reverse string. Okay, I like to replace it. This is the character. Next is, this is the character S, and I have assigned the reverse string value here. So what will be in this case? Just I am executing fast to see the mistake I have made. Enter a string, suppose madam. Okay, the reverse in medium, so it is not correct. Okay. Again I am executing this one. Just I have made another mistake. Okay. Okay, so this is not in reverse. Reverse will be nak nak. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to append the value, I have to append the value in reverse order. Just to make it possible, simply I need to append this value, after appending the character, that means end of this one, so it will be reverse. Now execute it. Okay, so this is the reverse of the string. Kn is the string, and already I have reversed it. Okay, so this is a very simple example by which we can reverse this string. Now this will be our last example in this session. This is example number 5. You need to test whether a string is palindrome or not. Whether a string is palindrome or not. To test. What is palindrome? What is palindrome? Do you know what is palindrome? Basically, it's a word. It's a word, or you can say phrase, or a sequence of character that reads the same in backward as in forwards. Okay, so example of it, if you enter 1 2 1 1 2 1, if you reverse it, the value will be also 1 to 1. Okay, so this is the reverse of string. Another example is madam, madam, and if you reverse it, the value will be this. So this is our example of palindrome. Okay, now just edit it, and what I have to do, I have to just check the string whether it is equal to the previous string after reversing. If C equals to reverse, then print this is palindrome. This is palindrome. Else, otherwise it will not be palindrome. This is not palindrome. Okay, clear? So just I have test it whether it is equal to or not. Okay, before that I have printed this one in reverse order. Okay, Now run this example. Okay, enter the string. String is this, and in reverse, this is the reverse of the string. So this is not palindrome, this is not equals to, again write this one. Okay, I have input, this is, oh, what I have written there, if this is equals to, sorry, I have made a mistake. Here C will not be there. What is the string? S is the string. Okay, sorry, S is the string. Okay, I have made this mistake in this code. S is the string, I have written the C characters. Okay, so again I am executing it. Okay, okay, this is palindrome. Okay, now test for to not to be a palindrome. Okay, this is not palindrome. So with many examples we have already clear our doubts about the for each example. So this is about for each statement that is helpful for string manipulation. Next we will discuss about while loop. Okay, in next module I will discuss, in next part I will discuss about the while loop. Thank you.